What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Haptic Feedback interview. Today, special guest coming with his own decorations and
Yes,
such.
sir.
Sawyerjeorge in
What's
the
good?
building.
What's good? What's good? What's
How you
good?
doing, bro?
I'm living. I'm feeling great, man.
Definitely. This has been a long time coming, man. We were supposed to do something a while ago, but, wasn't the right time, but
It
now
wasn't.
it is.
Nah, it definitely is the right time now. I feel like everything's been aligning just right, so I'm really excited for what I got going on and everything coming forward too, for real.
Definitely. I'm excited to see it as well. And so, I met you through Ace. I don't remember when exactly. I just know I found out about you through him. You did a music video for him. Which video was that again? I don't remember. It was a while ago.
Bro, no, it was off of his Peachtree project, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
bet. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, okay, so it was a good little minute. So
It was a minute.
I've been
ago,
tapped
yeah, for
into
real.
you since then, and so just following your journey has been cool. And so you got some new singles out, right?
Yes, I do. I got that new Crudpop flavor out. That's neon strawberry lemonade. As you can see, I got the strawberry and the lemons.
These are actual fresh fruits. These are not props. You feel me?
That shit was good.
The juice. So do you want to tell people a bit about, how the idea for those names came together? Because I feel like you as an artist, you've always been really good at like branding and marketing yourself. And I feel
Yes.
like this was another example of that.
So basically, my whole music journey, I was trying to figure out like, how can I keep focused and still be versatile? Is that how you say it?
Both of them. I think.
Versatile.
I think it's just whatever one you feel like.
So I don't know how exactly it happened. Oh, you know what it was? So Crudpop is a play on two things. It's a play on like the whole rage hyperpop, like trap style like music, and it's also a play on Kurt Cobain's original label called Sub Pop.
Oh.
It was like a grunge label, and it was like ironically named that. So like I use crud because crud is like a word that was used in like the 90s for like, instead of wait, can I cuss?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Instead of saying like shit or fuck on movies and shit, they would you know how like on movies they would change the words and it would be like their mouth would be moving, but it would be like, oh crap,
Right.
they'd be like, oh crud. It's kind of like a play off of that, because like it's not whack, it's heat, but I'm calling it crud.
Right.
But also crud is like a thing we in Michigan, like what we call like good weed.
Oh, are you from Michigan originally?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. How long have you been here?
So like early life, I was always moving back and forth from Georgia to Michigan.
Okay. Yeah,
Is that
that's
cool
all
if I
good,
put
bro.
that there? But about like 5 years ago, I moved here on myself and just been living here ever since.
Okay, dope. Yeah.
But the Crudpop shit, bro, and why everything's like candy and shit. I'm like the rap game Willy Wonka, bro. And like my whole journey is me making this soda and doing this crazy shit with the vocals and like just making different products and candy and shit. So like this is just the start. Like you saw on the cover,
right.
to put the cover art there. That's literally the start. Is me mixing the drink. So the next one's me sipping it. The next one's gonna be experimenting. I came up with this idea that I can just have a million different pieces of content for. Like I can keep on pushing this idea. Like I used to just like put songs out and then try to figure out like a rollout,
Right.
like a clever type of rollout or something. Like the song I did, I like got fake married and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up later, but go ahead.
But with the Crudpop thing, like I can just keep on doing different shit involving that. So everything I do is gonna be like me, like making the soda. It's like a whole journey involved. And I'm really the Willy Wonka of this shit, bro.
And you're kind of just like building a world that's like ever expanding.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's fire.
Cause I always been inspired by like artists that like just built the whole world around their shit.
Yeah, that's why I like The Weeknd so much.
Yeah, definitely.
He's really good
He's
at
hard as
that.
fuck.
Donald Glover's really good at that.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best, honestly.
For sure. I have a funny story. I have to tell you about it later.
For sure. About Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
So yeah, you always have unique marketing strategies. You have the whole you do well with like camera angles and photography and stuff like that. And I think because you're an artist who also has a background in videography and stuff like that, that it makes you better in that way. You're a bit more self-sufficient than a lot of artists.
A little bit.
Like
I definitely been outsourcing lately though.
Okay. What's that journey been like?
Amazing, bro. Cause like you realize like you're trying to be like this fucking guy that's like, oh, like it's funny because like I named my whole brand like ID World, like I did everything.
Right.
But like it's more of like a manifestation thing. Like I believe I can do anything as long as I put my mind to it. But like I knew that I had to take control in other ways and reach out to other people to like be more efficient. Cause you really can't just have your hands on every piece,
right?
Cause then you're just gonna go insane, bro, and you're gonna be way too nitpicky over certain things, and then you're gonna be too much of a perfectionist. And like once I got rid of that perfectionism idea, everything started going up for me, bro.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was it easy early on to, relinquish that control, or did you have like some struggle with it?
No, I was being stubborn as fuck, bro. I was like, no, I need to make all the beats and mix every song. That's the main two things I gave up. Like, I still produce, but like I want to reach out to different producers, and like it just makes my song process way easier because I can just go in the booth. And then I don't have to worry about like the mixes or anything, cause like, bro, that was the shit that made me not even want to listen to my music, cause I was like, oh, this could have been better. This EQ, all that stupid shit.
Right.
But really, what was like, now I'm just having fun, and it's like everybody's gravitating towards it. I feel, cause like they can tell.
Definitely. No, you definitely. I don't doubt you're having a great time, if anything else. Was there like a light switch moment though? Did you have like a friend tell you, you're doing too much or anything like that? Or did it kind of just like come over time?
It was a multitude of things always, but I think the most recent thing was, and this was like almost like a couple months in the making type of thing. But the first thing I remember where I knew that I had to switch it up was I went to support my homie Icy Donnie.
Yeah, I love him.
Seeing him live, and I saw all these artists live. They're all dope, and I'm like, bro, I should be on this fucking stage. And then like, I need to start making shit that I really feel passionate about and want to push and just want to show the world, So it was at that moment, and I went home, started making a bunch of shit, then making more and more shit, got really in tune into that style, the Crudpop sound, and then it started coming to get together once I got that Cade beat, bro. Those two beats from Cade, that's what you hear on the single.
Gotcha.
I bought that beat, and then I asked him like, could I get a wave of it? I was like, can I get a wave, bro? Because it's only an MP3 on your site. He's like, damn, I don't fucking have a wave, but let me just throw you this beat for free. So those two beats are what you hear on the EP.
Okay, no, that's fire, and damn, that's love. Especially,
he definitely showed love for that.
No, for sure.
And stream the new Loan, because he's all over that.
Oh yeah,
he produced like a bunch of fucking tracks on that Destroy Lonely.
Yeah, I like the second song. I don't remember what it was called, but I know where it was in the track listing. So you alluded to it earlier. Just going back to you being like one of the people that I really liked before I was listening to your music, even just enjoying how you went about marketing things, following you on Instagram, and the whole fiasco of you pretending to get married and it was just like a huge deal to a lot of people.
Funny.
We were all very confused.
No, like
some
that
people were
shit,
upset. Some
it
people
started
were,
beef, bro. Like there was girls like legit mad at me because they're like, "That's not funny to joke around about. I'm unfollowing you." I'm like, Jesus Christ. But and then there was dudes like trying to pull up in this girl's DMs, like, "Hey, you know he's not being loyal, right, girl?
oh,
You know I could treat you right, girl."
that's so corny, bro.
It was corny
Oh,
as
man.
fuck, but I was so happy that like people were really gravitating toward it and reacting, and I was getting a really good response out of it.
No, for sure, because I didn't know you well enough at the time to know it was even a hoax. I just was like, I feel like I've seen him just often enough to feel like this can't possibly be a real thing, but I wasn't certain, so I just dropped a congrats, bro, in the comment, a skeptical one, but
Nah, definitely,
congrats.
people were
just in
definitely
case.
dropping the congrats. I had a lot of people fooled, and it was funny as fuck to me. I think everybody involved just enjoyed doing it, and nobody was hurt, obviously. So
Right.
it was all in fun and games. You know?
Exactly, I agree. And so I got to work with you for the first time working the Shrugs event.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. You want to? Well, I guess I'll probably have to talk about that at some point. But would you like to give your angle of how you felt the event was as a whole, and how you feel about the product we ended up contributing to it?
So that was my first Shrugs event. I didn't really know about them. I knew about the artists that were on the bill before and some of the vendors.
Right.
So I was kind of going into it blind. But, once I pulled up and saw everybody setting up and then how it like ended up turning out, I was really impressed. I think I could just tell from that one event that like everything they do is really solid. I had a really good time. That was probably like my first time like filming interviews for an event. So
Right.
it was a different experience, but I'm always up to that because shit, I got a job at Warner now, so I got to learn how to do shit on the fly.
Congrats, that's fire.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I think my favorite vendor was probably, the one with the Smash Bros booth was cool.
Oh, shout out to Faces.
Yeah.
They hooked it up with a shirt.
Oh,
They're
really?
dope. Yeah.
Fire.
Dope vintage clothing.
Definitely. And so, people know aside from sitting down and talking about you, we're here to talk about an artist and rank their albums, and hopefully the audience will think mine is better. You want to let them know what artist that is?
None other than Kanye West.
I'm dead. Yeah, we're going to rank Kanye West albums. I think we got them all in here. The only one we didn't put in was Donda 2 because we just didn't want to, honestly. There's really no...
But it's not even on streaming, is it?
I don't think so,
Doesn't
and that's
count,
why
bro.
I didn't...
You could only get it on that damn STEM player.
You feel me? And that's why I was like, man, look, I ain't got it to give you, yay, so I'm just going to catch that one whenever you eventually... It's going to hit DSPs one day.
Yeah.
Or
Eventually,
it ain't, and I'm
maybe.
just gonna forget. So
Maybe
either
not.
way, no sweat off my back. So yeah, we ranked those. So I think there's 12 total, right?
It should be.
Yeah, so we got 12, and so if you have your list written down, you can pull it out. It's no big deal because I don't expect anyone to remember something like that. But I'll have mine, and I'll go ahead and read mine off first. So I'll start from 12 and go up to 7. So at 12, I have Jesus is King. 11, I have Life of Pablo.
Wait, start it from the beginning again?
12,
Yeah.
I have Jesus is King.
Okay.
11, I have Life of Pablo.
Ooh, okay.
10, I have Kid See Ghost. 9, I have Donda.
Yeah.
8, I have Ye. 7, I have Late Registration, which is probably a little controversial, but it'll make
too
sense
low
later.
for me, bro.
I know a lot of people feel that way, and
That's a
I'm
little
prepared to defend myself. I'm always prepared.
I'm like kind of hurt by that, bro, because that's like one of the first CDs I remember buying myself. Bro.
That's beautiful. So okay, so let's hear your.
Even though that's still low on the list for me. I kind of just ranked it based off of what I like personally and what I feel like is most important to current music now.
Okay.
So last is Jesus is King. Do I have to give a reason for each one?
No, we'll
Y'all know why I put that last.
we'll pick out what we think is noteworthy. There's too many to go through all of them one by one like that.
So like the bottom 6, right?
Yeah.
Then is Ye. Then Donda. Then Pablo. Then Kids See Ghost. And then Watch the Throne. I feel like Watch the Throne was probably the better collab project from Kids See Ghost and Watch the Throne.
Definitely.
It had like more hits to me that I remember.
Definitely.
But Kids See Ghost I feel like was more, I wouldn't say important, but like the message of it resonated with me a little bit more. I feel like that resonates with more like, you know, like normal, like everyday people.
For sure. And I think that's what Cudi brings to music a lot of the times is he is probably one of the 3 or 4 most relatable artists on the planet, honestly, especially for our generation. Yeah. And so I think
he does not deserve the hate either.
No, and I think people who hate on him are weird. And I really liked Speeding Bullet to Heaven. I'm sick of people hating on that.
Bro.
I hope somebody picks Cudi one day so we can really talk about that. But
Speeding Bullet is one of my favorite Cudi albums,
right,
bro.
But for another day. But I think
people will say I'm crazy for saying that, but like
I get that all the time.
I had a summer where me and my homies were just listening to that album like all the time. It was just very important to us at that point.
No, I think it's really good. So we both unanimously have. Well, not unanimously, but we have a lot of the same things in this bottom tier, we'll call it. Yeah. I think the biggest differentiator for us was you have Watch the Throne in there, and I have Late Registration in there. So what is it about Late Registration that you think, makes it worthy of a higher spot?
Honestly, bro, like, okay, I can't remember the track list. It's okay if I pull it up?
Yeah, definitely. You know how many songs this man has?
So many.
I don't expect any. I've been pulling them up for every interview so far.
Okay, bro. So the thing is,
I like the song with Nas a lot.
So who was that on the skits? Was that Bernie Mac?
I believe so. I mean, that's it.
Already.
Okay, yeah.
Already you starting off like legendary.
Yeah, you're right.
The reason that I wanted to start rapping, bro, this is a fucking good clip right here. I might need this for my own shit. The reason why I wanted to start rapping, bro, was when this come out, 2005.
Sheesh.
I watched the fucking Drive Slow video, right?
How old are you?
28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to place like how old you were in 2005.
5th grade. So I saw Paul Wall in the Drive Slow video. I'm like, dog, I've never seen a white rapper rap with Kanye. One. It's like, influenced me in a different way because, like I wasn't seeing a lot of that, but I really like rap music.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense. And I think contrarily, because I got into Kanye late because I was such a big 50 Cent fan because of my northern father that I had to come back to Late Registration. And I think while it is really good objectively, I do think a lot of it was lost on me because I didn't get to experience it in its day. Yeah, and so I think that's why I have it where it is. Not because it's like necessarily worse than some of the things I have.
Because I definitely have a nostalgic connection to that album.
Exactly.
So I am being a little biased, but bro, like so many of his best songs were on there. Gold Digger. Yeah. Even though he hates that song. Touch the Sky, I heard him say. Drive Slow.
I like her.
Crack Music. And the Diamonds from Sierra Leone remix.
That's amazing. That's a great song. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
And like Hey Mama,
man,
which is like probably like one of the best songs that you could ever dedicate to your mom.
I think it's the best dedicated to mom song.
Oh, and the one with Cameron Gone, that beat was so crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I think your biggest gripe with my bottom half is Late Registration too low. Why do you think we both have Jesus is King at the bottom?
Bro, because it was terrible.
That's fair. I just like I like On God with the Pierre Bourne beat.
I like that, but
and
even
then that's it, honestly.
I feel like in that era, he was making better music with Sunday Service Choir.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay. Boom. So we were expecting.
That's not a Kanye album, though.
Yes.
But like, I don't know. Those covers were so sick, and like, it was just a choir and like a guy with like a drum and a tambourine, and they were making like crazy compelling music. So yeah,
and it came straight from the soul.
Yeah.
I saw Life of Pablo. That was my graduation gift to myself. I got the standing floor floating stage tickets or whatever. I was down there at the bottom.
Oh, that's hard.
With the viral video of the girl on somebody's shoulders trying to like get onto the stage, and he was like, "Can you just stop?" And he already was like an hour late. He said,
and then she just fell.
He was already like,
he had so many of those like Jesus moments.
No,
but it's
facts.
like, maybe this guy is God. You see the one time where he was like, there was like in a crowd. He looked back to his homies like, "Watch this." He started going like this. He started parting all the people.
No, that sounds crazy.
You gotta look it up, bro. I'll show you after this, bro. It's funny.
That's nuts. But yeah, I saw that. That was probably the best concert experience I've ever had. He gave one of those like very Kanye rants. I don't remember what he said, but I remember being moved.
Yeah.
And it was,
I feel like
cool.
People get mad at those rants, but like, damn, I feel like that's kind of what you pay to see from a Kanye show. You're not gonna get that from anywhere else. If anybody else tried to talk shit like Kanye at one of their shows, it would not hit.
You feel me? I feel like a lot of people, I end up at shows where people don't even interact with the crowd at all. And for him to just take a moment to just like share what's on his heart, even if it doesn't always come out perfectly coherent. In this particular scenario, he didn't say nothing like crazy or offensive. So I don't see why people don't like rock with it more, But
shit, I'd pay that $500 for a ticket just to see him do that.
It was like, no, it wasn't even that much. I think it was like $280 to be on the floor.
That's pretty decent.
No, it was straight, bro. It was a steal. But he ain't had no openers though. It was
I remember
just him.
the Yeezus tour was like $500. So.
Yeah, I wish I would have went to that. I didn't get a chance to, but alas. But okay, that's pretty fair. I like your list. I think all that makes sense. So we're gonna take a break, and if Sawyer's cool with it, we'll show you something from him in this little break spot, and we'll be back in a sec.
Hello.
All right, now you can pop it to start.
I scored 100.
Dang.
That's me.
I should have done the same damn thing, bro. I just pulled it. It said pull it.
The hesitation.
Moment to start.
Fuck that.
All right, and we're back. Intermission. Honestly, screw cameras. Screw batteries.
They take
screw
your soul.
Chargers.
You know that, right? They take your soul.
They got to run on something because I'm at my end. But anyway, we made it. I discovered I like strawberries, which is
yeah, it's insane. He doesn't eat fruit, and he
tried
one off camera, bro.
We didn't have to share all of that.
He was like, "Yo, these are actually good."
Nah, it was hitting. I guess I'm gonna have to try every fruit again and just
good
pretend I don't know if I like them or not. Damn, that's tough. But we made it back. First half, we talked about Kanye's tape. We talk about Crudpop's origins. The rap Willy Wonka here.
Yes, sir.
So we're back with Sawyerjeorge. We'll get into a few other things. So what's it been like doing the Pink House stuff recently? You told me you were helping out with.
Oh yeah, that's been pretty chill. I just pull up and then film for different artists, and then I get to network with them. It's all really easy work too. I'm just fucking filming it,
Yeah, for sure. And just like not specific to this experience, but just in general, what is, usually your, I don't want to say strategy to make it sound so calculated, but what usually are you looking to like gain from networking opportunities? Or like, how do you approach them?
Personally, I like from my side, like I always appreciate people that are just trying to make genuine connections, and I feel like that's the best way to network. So that's what I kind of do when I meet people and stuff. Like I'm not trying to talk to you for 5 seconds and then pull out my phone and type in my Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
No, that's just weird. But no, just like genuinely like interested in what other people got going on, and like, wait, how can I help? How can he help me? That type of stuff.
No, for sure. And I think Lotus is also really good at that as well,
Yeah.
where I feel like you guys have a lot of like room presence. I can always tell when you guys are at an event. Sometimes before I even like
You
see
saying
y'all
me?
for real. Yeah, definitely. I'll just hear that's hip hop from across the room, and I'll just be like, all right.
That one, bro. Shout out to Ahmad, because like he really was like the first one to keep on saying that shit. And like, bro, whenever we have a show, I always say that hey, that's hip hop.
You feel me? I'll have not even seen you yet, and I'll just hear you like, oh, all right, we know Sawyer's in the building tonight.
Yeah.
So I guess for me, I got to model for you a bit for the Big
yeah,
Red
that was
University merch.
Appreciate you for that, bro.
No, for sure, it turned out really good, and I'll put the link to that in here.
I still got shirts.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
kind of moved on from all that other stuff, but
You'll get the shirt.
still a little bit of nostalgia in
You
there, and
feel me?
the shirts are cool,
No, definitely. Putting together, a shoot like that for yourself, was that like the first time you did something like that?
Yeah, it actually was.
Okay, and how do you feel it went overall?
I think it was really cool. Everybody was cooperative. More people showed up than I thought would. It was just cool to have that vibe going. It was pretty easy. I definitely like brought my vision into fruition. Is that the right word?
Fruition.
Fruition. It came to life. That's basically what.
Right.
What I wanted came out visually correct. So that's always good. Like when you go to shoot something and it you see it in your head and then you see it on the computer and it's exactly what you wanted, that's always good. So that's how I felt about that. I was just glad to really do that because that was my first experience directing models. So yeah.
Okay, and I guess 2-part question: do you plan to have some Crudpop merch coming soon? And then also, what did you take away from that experience, even from making the product itself up through the process of shooting it and putting it up? What do you take away from that you think will be useful for you in your future endeavors producing merch?
That's a good question for real. That's why they pay him the big bucks.
I'm dead. I wish one day.
No, that shit coming soon, bro. Yeah. But so yes, definitely some Crudpop stuff coming. I'm working with a lot of different people on the marketing and just promotional ideas. Gonna brew up a little controversy. I'll say that.
Okay.
That's coming. Working on the actual drink. I've always been making the drink, but I had to step back, bro, because it got a little bit too much sugar and almost died.
Okay.
But from the experience of making my own merch and stuff, it was really important because that was my first time dealing with manufacturers and understanding how to give good mock-ups to people and stuff like that. And it's always a really rewarding experience of creating something and then being able to physically touch what you created.
No, facts.
So yeah, I'm always trying to do more with that. I'm just really looking for new manufacturers for real because I moved from that area.
Okay, for sure. And so in, producing and kind of, I don't know what the right word is, but, the idea of selling CDs out of your trunk, that whole, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How difficult is that? Like, do you find it, kind of easy, like opportunity, shake the people's hands who you're selling the stuff to, or is that something you would kind of like want to take off your plate and kind of get more into like a we'll just ship this on out type situation?
I don't know. I feel like that person to person like interaction is always gonna be way different than something online. Not to knock anything like meeting people online and networking like that,
Right.
but it's just so much stronger when you actually meet that person and give them something that you can that they can remember you by,
Definitely.
So I'm always like trying to gear towards that type of promotion. But whatever I can do to get a little bit closer to the goal, I'm gonna do. So you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Definitely got to inch along. And when I met you, the videographer, before I was familiar with you, the artist.
Yes, sir.
And so as you, put more focus on yourself as an artist, is your videography taking a, back seat in that manner, or are you still, working with artists in that space as well?
I really want to answer this question because this is the thing, bro. Any artist they got a job, right?
Correct.
So they go to their job, they come back from their job, they work on the music. That's what I'm doing right now, bro.
Okay.
Like the videography thing is my job. So like I go to my work and then I have all the time in the world to make music. I have more time than I ever had from any other job.
Right.
Bro, this video shit is not even that hard, bro. I fucking go to the thing, spend like a couple hours doing that, and then come back, and then it's just editing. The thing that I appreciate about making videography my job is it teaches discipline, because it's so easy to just stop editing and then pull out my phone, scroll, and look at all the bullshit. But like, you really gotta be focused. Because I'm trying to get that shit knocked out so I can make a new song, bro, honestly. So I like the job, but like, I'm trying to get that shit knocked out so I can do what I really love, is music.
Okay, for sure. And I think that's important to, kind of keep that that focus in that way. Because I didn't know that when I first met you, you know what I'm saying? So I like...
definitely. I was definitely trying to figure it out for a while, like, because I couldn't make videography my main thing for a little bit, so I was trying to figure it out, like doing DoorDash, having jobs that I hated. Now, doing all right.
For sure. Nah, it's all good. And so, okay, let's go ahead and knock out the top 6 of your Kanye West albums.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first this time.
Okay. Does it make a little light up when I'm talking to it? Okay.
On the thing, does it? I don't know. I've never looked at it. It does on Logic, though.
As long as it's getting picked up, bro.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Kanye West. What was the last one I said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was it Watch the Throne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So coming in at number 6 is College Dropout.
Ooh.
5 is Late Registration.
Okay.
Graduation. And then the top 3, I think, are what are the most important albums in current music. There's a couple more,
Right.
obviously.
Right.
But he really set the tone, and you can really tell if you go back to these albums, because you can see a little bit of that in almost everything right now. Which 3rd is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Got it.
2nd is Yeezus.
Okay.
And so you know what that number 1 is. It's
808s.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I love it. Your top 3 is my top 3, just in a different order and for the exact same reason.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of, or I would say a bunch of the music I like now, those 3 albums are all throughout it. I think, I kind of just call it post-Yeezus music for a lot of the things. Like I have a playlist is post-Yeezus music, and it's just stuff that I feel like is, influenced by that sound and stuff. So at mine, I have 6 College Dropout, 5 Graduation, 3. Wait, whoa. That's not right. 4, Watch the Throne. 3, 808s and Heartbreaks. 2, Dark Twisted Fantasies. And then Yeezus is my favorite. I think for me, Yeezus was very jarring for me in the way I was consuming music at the time. I was very much one of those, like, if it ain't bars, I ain't listening to it. You feel me? I was definitely an old head in high school listening to that.
And then he like flipped the script.
Exactly. And it just really like refreshed my palette for music, and it kind of set me on the path that I am now of just having a much wider range of appreciation for different things. And so I think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasies is the best work, but I think Yeezus is the most like, I think it's where everything came together. It's when he had the best rollout, the best fashion, some of the better, sound influence, and so I think that's why I have that number 1.
Yeah, like that first little glimpse that we got from Yeezus from that SNL performance, I was like, what is going on?
Blood on the Leaves, right?
No, it was
where'd he do
Black
Blood
Skinhead.
Oh, I think he did Blood on the Leaves like the Grammys or one of the music
awards. It was
awards.
after that. But yeah, man, that like the production on that was insane, next level. Every song was like 3 songs in one.
You feel me?
And that's how like a lot of songs are now. They do the beat switches a lot. You know, they're not like Kanye. But no, it's definitely like his influence is insane. He's always influenced me. He's influenced a lot of people, and just always really appreciate what he's done. So
definitely. And I feel like Watch the Throne is really good. Like,
it is.
As far as collab albums go, is Slick the only one I like. Like, I don't usually like collab albums from rappers.
I can't even think of a collab album for real.
Like, there's Drake has a bunch of them. There's the Future and Thug one. There's a Future and Uzi. There's a Thug and Uzi. I think there's,
Yeah, those all kind of fall, like, those are cool.
Yeah,
but
they're
I feel
fine,
like,
but
like,
I'm
going to say, like, but for Jay-Z and Kanye to do a collab album at that time was insane. Yeah. And it was just like perfect timing because they were just on top of the world at that moment.
Exactly. And I feel like the only one that could have probably topped it is like if Wayne and Drake would have done it when they were like kind of meeting at their, I don't want to say Wayne was falling like in a bad way, but just in a like, he's been around for a very long time. So like Drake was like, reaching his peak of ascension, and Lil Wayne was like coming down. And they were like right at the same spot. And they could have did it, around the time of like the Motto and stuff.
Yeah,
that would have been very good, I feel like. But other than that, maybe like Tyler and Earl for my like, teenage self would have been really cool. Would have been a fun one. But usually you don't get like the two big. The two guys, Future and Drake was probably the closest thing where it was like, but they just exist in such different worlds that project always just felt like one of them was featuring on the other. It didn't feel like
I feel like songs. Drake has a good ability of adapting to whatever he tries to do.
Definitely.
And he does a good job at it.
Definitely.
I'm going to flip the script on you. I got a question for you, bro. Oh. All right.
What's up?
Because you made me think about it when you said Yeezus. What album do you think should have won that year besides Macklemore?
Wasn't that the Good Kid, Mad City?
It was like...
What? Give me the lineup again.
It was literally like some of the greatest hip-hop albums of the decade, and then Macklemore won.
But what was the other ones? I know Good Kid, Mad City was
Magna Carta, Good Kid, Mad City, Yeezus. Was it the Drake album too, or is it only 5 people that get nominated? It was literally like a shame that happened, bro.
Definitely. I leaned Good Kid, Mad City, even though at that time I wasn't like the level of Kendrick fan that I guess I am now, because To Pimp a Butterfly was really my turning point with Kendrick. But I definitely understood and appreciated it and was like, okay, this is like criminal.
That was like one of my favorite albums of all time.
For sure. Because I think I needed to sit with Yeezus a little longer than like when that Grammy cycle happened before I was like fully aware of like how important it actually was. So in that moment,
which
it was
a lot
Good
of people
Kid, Mad
did.
City. But now in retrospect, I would say Yeezus should have won.
I'd probably say the same, honestly. Yeah, because it was like super groundbreaking. And then people were trying to put Magna Carta over Yeezus. I just didn't understand it. Cause it's like, bro, that's probably like Kanye. He's already like the top influential guy, but like that album is probably his most important work.
Really?
I wouldn't even say my favorite or the best.
Right.
It's his most important.
No, definitely.
For like what he did with the production and the sound that he changed it to, and the things he was saying was just all very important.
The merch was cool. The rollout was fun. The shows, man, those set designs, bro.
Insane.
It was just a great time. Yeah. Well, that's Kanye West and his discography.
That's it.
So Sawyer, what do we got next? You know, what can the fans expect to see from you in the, you know, not so distant future?
Sour gummy worm right there.
You feel me?
All right. So with Crudpop, I got flavors and I got ingredients. Flavors is ingredients in a project, and the ingredients is just like a single, you know?
Okay.
So I got one ingredient coming soon, and I'll let y'all know the name of it right now. Exclusive.
Oh, snap.
The next.
This the one for the TikTok.
Yeah. The next ingredient coming out is called spiked cherry.
Spiked cherry. Okay.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm getting that mixed. I'm going out to LA with, I know, an engineer out there, and we're working on that. And then I got another flavor coming soon. I'm really workshopping the idea of what it's going to be, but it's definitely like something blue.
Okay.
It's like a blue cotton candy bubblegum feel to the whole like sound of it. So it's going to be a little bit different than the neon strawberry lemonade, but it's always going to be Crudpop.
Okay, for sure. That's such a fine name, man. As soon as I heard it and I saw the the picture you hit me to with the 0.5 with the flash, that's just a great angle. And did you watch Dragon Ball Z as a kid?
I watched some of it.
But you know what like King Kai's planet looked like? I was just like one ball and like Goku could like run around it in a second. And
I'm like the worst person with this type of shit.
Damn.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay, well when you see it, you'll be like, oh, but that's what it reminded me of. KINGKAI. It should pop up. I don't know, but it'll make sense.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what your pictures and stuff reminded me of. So I was like, damn, this is fire. I just assumed that's where, because I just thought everybody watched Dragon Ball Z, honestly. I didn't think it slipped through the cracks at all, but of course it did for some people. But that's what those pictures reminded me of, and so I was just like,
big on
this is
SpongeBob back then. That's the best,
greatest show ever.
That
deserves a whole podcast.
Yeah, I'll do a SpongeBob podcast.
All right, well, we'll have you back because we can do it. I love that show. I think it's the best thing to ever come on television. Better than The Simpsons. I don't care.
You can look, like as an adult. Watching that is still funny,
bro. It's still fun. I don't want to say it's more funny, but it's like
there's more stuff that you pick up on.
Yeah, it's like the jokes are layered. It's like the people who wrote it for us to grow up with and continue to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Genius.
You feel me? Yeah. That's really good. Well, that's all I got, brother.
All right.
So we're out of here. Stay tuned. Go stream those songs. They'll be in the bios. I'm not gonna make you spell out your info and stuff because
they'll be right here on the screen.
There you go. So
we out.
Thank you, dude. See y'all next time.
Shout out to all the sippers.
Shout out to all the sippers.